What's going on, everyone? Steve here from Burke Family 54 Comics, and boy, do I have a video for you guys today. So, if anyone didn't know, I'm a big Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fan. I have been my entire life. I remember growing up as a 5-year-old watching the premiere episode, and so I'm a pretty big Power Rangers fan. Now, back in 2017, the Power Rangers movie came out, and I have some thoughts on how I would have done it. Now, we're going to take a look at a post by me on a website called Ranger Board. And I'm going to show you guys what I said on there, how I would have done the movie. This is circa December 2016, so about 3 months before the movie actually came out. And yeah, this is right around the time, just like I'm going to say like a year before, like, or a year after I started collecting comic books because of issue 0 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I saw the helmet covers for it, and I also saw TMNT Batman coming out. And I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and start collecting some comic books. So this is like the first year of me collecting comic books, specifically Power Ranger comic books. Really big into Power Rangers, and the movie was coming out. We saw some teasers, and I went on rangerboard.com, which is like a fan website, and I wrote kind of like a script about how I would have done the movie. So we're going to take a look at that right here, right now. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for sharing this, but it's my post. So Wildcats 54, obviously that's going to be me. Anyone knows me knows that that's obviously a name that I would probably use. I posted this in another thread. Power Rangers 2017, based off recent information about the movie. I have several ideas on how to make all parties happy. I'm excited and we'll see the movie regardless, but I think they're going too far away from the original show to make it different because of this. I figured out a way to make everyone happy. Before I get to my version of the movie, I have listed the information that everyone seems to have accepted as truth about the movie. Now, again, this is 3 months before the movie came out, and I had thoughts on how I thought the movie should go. Okay, so this is what like everyone has accepted, like what was going to be in the movie. I'm sure some of it is actually different. In fact, I've only read through this like one time. Saban's Power Rangers follows 5 ordinary high school kids who must become something extraordinary when they learn that their small town of Angel Grove in the world is on the verge of being obliterated by an alien threat. Rangers are drawn from the free planets. They're the best and most disciplined, having been chosen from billions and taught from the time they were children. Elizabeth Banks, Rita Repulsa, is 65 million years old and is a former Green Ranger gone rogue. That is true. Bryan Cranston Zordon was the original Red Ranger millions of years ago, long before being transformed into a state of pure energy. Also true. That happened in the movie. Bill Hader's Alpha 5 is a robot with a supple metallic body and is able to mutate into different designs to maximize his role. Not really what happened in the movie. Again, this is 3 months before the movie came out. This is just me talking about what I think was going to be in the movie. Putties will make an appearance in Power Rangers in a scene where Rita Repulsa is trying to steal gold from the Bank of Russia. 5 putties made of stone, and in a later scene challenge the Rangers. That happened. Goldar's molecular essence is scattered around the globe after he is vaporized into a cloud of microscopic gold particles in the opening sequence, action sequence on ancient Earth. That did not happen. Rita Repulsa collects gold to resurrect Goldar. Yes. And the Rangers have just 71 hours to stop her. I think that is true. The Zeo crystal is protected by a force field. Anything that comes in contact with it is vaporized. I think that is true as well. It's been a while since I've seen a movie. Goldar was created with a single purpose: to penetrate the force field and steal the crystal. The Zeo crystal is an artifact that channels the Morphin Grid, a dimension that weaves through all things and what gives the Power Rangers their power. The crystal was hidden on Earth to keep it out of the hands of those who would use it as a weapon. Yes, of course, underneath, what was it, like Krispy Kreme donuts? Rita Repulsa has been trying to deliver the Zeo crystal to her master, Lord Zed, for a long time. That was not something that was mentioned in the movie. It would make quite a statement as he burned half of his face off trying to steal it for himself. Based off this information, this is how I would make the movie to make all parties happy. Okay, I know that we're like almost 5 minutes in here, but this is how I would have done the movie. Start the movie off with a battle. Make it kind of dark so you can't really see the Ranger suits that good at the beginning. But you do know it is the Power Rangers. You see them finish off a foe, but then suddenly the Green Ranger doesn't unmorph and attacks the other Rangers. Zordon, the original Red Ranger, knows he can't save everyone, including himself. So he uses a Zeo Crystal to drain Rita of her Green Ranger powers and everyone else in the process. This traps her in a frozen-like cell. He looks around and sees the rest of his team dead and knows that the only way to protect Earth and the Zeo Crystals is to get Alpha 5's help and use the 5 power coins as protection for the command center, and using some sort of Ranger magic, he uses a Thor-like spell saying only those who are deserving or whatever. So that kind of happened actually, because those Ranger coins were on a wall that was protecting the command center, and he did kind of say, only those who are deserving can use these, and that actually did happen. Fast forward 65 million years to today, and we learn a lot of things about the 5 kids who are going to be the Power Rangers, obviously. Jason is a star football player who got into a wreck, and he can't play ball anymore, and thus his dad makes him go to help kids on Saturday mornings as a way to teach him a lesson. Billy is a nerd of sorts and volunteers on Saturdays to improve his resume to get into an Ivy League school, and on Saturdays he is bullied by Bulk and Skull, which does happen in the movie as well. Zach is a loner, no parents or anything, and his grades are being affected as he stays out late and dances at clubs, hip-hop keto. He needs to go to Saturday morning school to graduate to get into a fine art school so he can become a professional dancer. I wish that they would have included more of that into the movie. They did include that part about the parents and all of that. Kimberly gets a B in one of her classes, and because she is an A student, her parents have high standards. They make her quit cheerleading and go to Saturday morning school until she gets her grades up. Trini is a troubled girl who gets cyberbullied and sees no reason to come to school until she's faced with a choice: either go to Saturday school to graduate or become like her mom and quit school and have to work at the local gas station the rest of her life. On the first day of Saturday morning school, we hear from the leader teacher whose face is not shown what Saturday school is all about. It's more than just helping one troubled kid. It's about making Angel Grove and the world a better place. This person is called Mr. O. So how I would have done it, he would have been talking. You would have seen like the desks of the people. His face would have been blurred out, and then he would have been, as he's talking, he would have turned around and written Mr. O on the board. Okay, moving on. One way or another, the 5 kids start bonding and becoming friends. When they all decide to check out what's going on at this abandoned construction site, they come in contact with the power coins. With Billy's help, the group manages to make it inside the command center and inadvertently release Rita. With her Green Ranger power starting to fade, she uses her power coin to help power her staff. She uses her powers to get to start to put Goldar back together in an effort to retrieve the Zeo crystals. The new Power Rangers are able to go freely through the Zeo crystal invisible force field, the water scene from the teaser, and learn from Alpha 5 and Zordon, who over time has become pure energy and watches over Earth and has been preparing for Rita, Goldar, and Zed. We'll get back to that. The team has just 71 hours to stop Rita. During this time, they encounter her and her putties, who find out who the Rangers are and attack them individually and their families. Think Jason's dad. In their battle with Goldar, a mysterious Ranger shows up to help them. This Ranger is dressed in white and possesses the white Tiger Zord. Jason asks, "Who is that? And why does his suit have a shield?" To which Zach replies, "I don't know, but he looks awesome." The team learns from Zordon that over time, in his preparation for Rita's return, he and Alpha created a leadership white Tiger Zord power coin, and only the bravest one who possesses the most leadership can power the white Tiger Power Ranger coin. The team still does not know who the White Ranger is, as Zordon says the Ranger will reveal himself when he feels the team is ready. In the final battle of Goldar and Rita, who has control of the Dragon Zord, the Rangers and the Megazord look to be outmatched until the White Tiger Zord shows up to help. With the combination of the two Zords, they defeat Goldar and Rita. Goldar's molecules are again scattered across Earth, while Rita is sent into a space dumpster far away from Earth. Think the moon. The Rangers finally learn who the White Power Ranger is. It's none other than Mr. O from Saturday Morning School, a college dropout, now just 21 years old, who has come back to Angel Grove to make sure others don't make the same choices he did. He tells the team they don't have to call him Mr. O anymore, but instead they can call him by his real name, Tommy Oliver. He tells them he has trained his entire life in the martial arts and is ready to lead the team of Rangers if they're willing, and they accept. The team, all six, regroups at the command center and have sort of a party to celebrate the Rangers' victory. This team knows there will be new threats, but they're ready for them. The next shot is our first look at Zed, who is shown as someone looking like a god, but with half his face burned from trying to grab the Zeo crystals. He does his own rendition of Thanos by saying something along the lines of, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and the screen goes to black, and you see the new Power Rangers logo with the new theme song playing before the credits roll. In a post-credit scene, Bulk and Skull are trying to help others at an emergency shelter instead of trying to hurt other people. All names, ideas, credits go to Saban, Power Rangers, Lionsgate, Fox, and ABC. So that's how I would have done it. Now, obviously, like I didn't write an entire script or anything. There's a lot of stuff that would have needed to be added. But that would have been my like thoughts on how I would have done the movie based off of all the teaser trailers that we had gotten back in 10 years ago, or 9.5 years ago, or 9 years ago at this point. December 2016? Yeah, December 22nd, 2016 is when I wrote this. So that's how I would have done it. Now, before the movie was announced and before like we got any teasers, I would have done something completely different. But as a Power Rangers fan, based on the teasers and trailers we got, that's how I would have made it to make everyone happy. That's obviously not what happened. That's not the movie we got. It was completely different. I still like the movie, but of course I understand there was a lot of people who did not like the movie overall. And the fact that they did not have the Green Ranger or Tommy in it at all is kind of upsetting. So anyways, that's today's video. I just felt like going back over that post that I made 10 years ago, pre-Burke Family 54 Comics, Instagram and YouTube. My first year collecting comic books. My first year really into collecting like anything. Obviously, I've been a big Power Rangers fan my entire life, but that's how I would have done it. So I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about today's video. What do you guys think about my idea, my template for how I would have done the movie? All that and more. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's morphin' time.